కుతుబ్ షాహీ టూమ్స్ను సీఎం రేవంత్ రెడ్డి పరిశీలించారు. మంత్రి జూపల్లి కృష్ణారావు, హైదరాబాద్ ఎంపీ అసదుద్దీన్ ఓవైసీ సీఎం వెంట ఉన్నారు. ఇప్పుడు ఆ కార్యక్రమాన్ని లైవ్లో చూద్దాం.
Journey. Let us celebrate this achievement and look forward to many more milestones in our collective efforts to honor and preserve rich heritage. And I thank my Honorable Chief Minister who has kind enough to in the allocating budget for our Telangana tourism and culture. I thank one and all. Thank you very much.
Hello. We're very, very grateful that Mr. Owaisi, Honorable this area, Mr. Kausar Moinuddin, Honorable MLA are here today. Owaisi Saab has chosen not to speak. But thank you, CM Saab, for requesting him to speak for a minute. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Prince Rahim Aga Khan Excellency, Honorable Chief Minister Telangana Janab Revanth Reddy Sahab, Honorable Minister for Tourism Honorable Srimati Vani Prasad IAS, dignitaries seated on the dais, Your Excellencies, I must really thank the Aga Khan Trust and the state government and the US consulate for putting in great efforts in restoring and in bringing back this great historical legacy of Hyderabad. And I remember very vividly coming over here as a child from my school trips from HPS Begumpet. But this has been a fantastic job has been done. And I thank the Aga Khan Trust, His Excellency Prince Rahim. And may I remind His Excellency that it was Aga Khan III who was instrumental in constructing the present Aligarh Muslim University. And in 1920, Aga Khan III had given 1 lakh rupees for the construction of the present Aligarh Muslim University building. So your connection with India and Hyderabad and history continues, and I thank all of them, and I thank the Honorable Chief Minister for sparing his precious time and coming over here. And I would really request the Honorable Chief Minister to examine the proposal made by the Aga Khan Trust in maintaining these 7 tombs so that this can be maintained and preserved also. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable MP Sir. Request Honorable Chief Minister Prince Rahim Aga Khan and dignitaries on dais to unveil plaque. ऊपर से नीचे गिरे. Drop it down. May I now request Mr. Luis Monreal, Director General of the Aga Khan Trust for Culture, to kindly present to Honorable Chief Minister a memento. May I now request Mr. Luis Monreal to present a memento to the Honorable MP, Mr. Owaisi. for the Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture, and for the Honorable Principal Secretary, Mrs. Vani Prasad. May I now request Prince Rahim Aga Khan to please address the gathering.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Chief Minister, Telangana, Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture, Honorable Members of Parliament, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. May I begin by extending my gratitude to the government and people of India and Telangana for their warm welcome and hospitality. This magnificent ensemble of pavilions, gardens, stepwells, and mausolea within viewing distance of the Golconda Fort is first of all a testament to the skill, talent, and ingenuity of the people of this city and their forebears. Together with others from near and far, they have demonstrated their commitment to enable the past to inspire the future. This site is the final resting place of the Qutb Shahi dynasty, which governed Hyderabad for 169 years. As we see when we look around us here, the Qutb Shahis were not only remarkable builders, they were also great patrons of arts and learning. It is in bringing forth and enhancing that legacy that the government of Telangana and the Aga Khan Trust of Culture have worked together to create a unique site unparalleled in its grandeur, diversity, and completeness. The support and commitment and dedication of the Telangana government has made this a strong and fulfilling partnership for which we are deeply grateful. To our generous donors and partners, the Ministry of Tourism and the Government of India, Tata Trusts, the US Ambassador's Fund for Cultural Preservation, Indigo Reach, and the German Consulate are due our warmest appreciation for their support and resolve to preserve and revive this inheritance for the benefit of the whole world. 12 years of complex restoration and conservation efforts by the Aga Khan Trust for Culture in this joint venture has conserved almost 100 monuments and revitalized the landscape and ecology across this 106-acre site. As we pause for a moment to take in the splendor of this achievement, let us reflect on the energy and dedication of the multidisciplinary team that has undertaken the work. Craftsmen using traditional tools, building materials, and valued craft skills have strived to match the stucco work from 5 centuries ago. Landscape architects, ecologists, horticulturalists, and gardeners have planted over 10,000 trees, creating an ecological buffer to the heritage zone. Another 5,000 trees are planned. 6 baolis, 2 of which were discovered recently, were cleared, desilted, reconstructed, and restored, and now contribute to a surplus of water to irrigate and maintain the gardens. Since 2022, over 20 million liters of rainwater have been collected annually. We are honored to have been instrumental in creating the Qutb Shahi Heritage Park. In doing so, we not only recognize the art, architecture, and engineering prowess inscribed in the history of this city, but also address future environmental and climate challenges which are not just cultural or scientific, but concerns of primary urgency. Beyond the restoration of the built heritage, the strength of this collaborative endeavor lies in its combination of landscape and garden design. The Aga Khan Trust for Culture has created or restored 10 major parks and gardens around the world, following the guidance of His Highness the Aga Khan, concerning our responsibility to protect the natural world and to respect the power and mystery of nature. Indeed, one of the ethical principles of the Aga Khan Development Network, a group of agencies that seek to improve the welfare and prospects of people around the world, is to work towards a sustainable environment in its physical, social, and cultural dimensions. Today's ceremony does not mark the end of the Aga Khan Trust for Culture's presence in Hyderabad. We are engaged with the government of Telangana on 5 other projects in the city, including the Pega tombs and the State Assembly. We are also in discussions to establish a management trust for the operations and maintenance of this heritage park. Our work here is part of a multi-sectoral commitment of the Arkan Development Network and organizations under the direction of the Ismaili Imamate to the people of Telangana. It remains our hope that our endeavors in education and early childhood development, women's development, climate action, and disaster risk resilience can continue under a structured framework to improve the quality of life for all the people of Hyderabad and Telangana. I therefore greatly look forward to returning to this beautiful city and to its warm and generous people in the future. Tomorrow, the Arkan Trust for Culture will inaugurate the Humayun World Heritage Site Museum. It will enhance the visitor experience to Humayun's tomb and Sundar Nursery. A site museum is also planned here at Qutb Shahi Heritage Park, which will serve both the park and the Golconda Fort, and which will present the achievements of the Qutb Shahi dynasty. While His Highness the Aga Khan could not be here today, I find it appropriate to end with his words. Quote, "Creating green spaces in urban areas constitutes a significant improvement in the quality of the environment and people's living conditions. There are leisure spaces and meeting places for all ages and all social categories, encouraging different segments of the population to mix and integrate. And they have proved to be catalysts for economic activity and a source of employment, both directly and indirectly, particularly through the services provided to visitors. Even as we look back in time at a moment like this, so we should also look thoughtfully ahead. Even as we sense today the influence of the distant past, so we should also think of generations yet unborn, people who will live here and people who will visit and who will see this site as a gateway to their own history. Thank you."
May I now request the Honorable Chief Minister of the Government of Telangana, Shri Revanth Reddy, to kindly address and give the presidential address.
Thank you very much, Aga Khan, our Honorable Member of Parliament, MIM President Asaduddin Owaisi ji, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and my colleague, Cabinet Minister Mr. Jupalli Krishnarao, and Tourism Principal Secretary Vani Prasad. It's my pleasure and honor to be here today with all of you in this Heritage Park. It celebrates the conclusion of extraordinary restoration and renovation of this project by Department of Culture and Heritage, Government of Telangana, and Aga Khan Trust for Culture. I welcome each one of you to Telangana, a land full of history, culture and traditions that date back thousands of years. The region was ruled by Satavahanas, Kakatiyas, Qutb Shahis and Nizam dynasty and others, each living behind their unique cultural imprint. Telangana is home for architectural marvels like Charminar, Qutb Shahi tombs, Golconda Fort, Paiga tombs, Thousand Pillar Temple in Wangal, and Ramappa Temple, Alampur Temple. All these are our heritage architectural buildings are there. The Qutb Shahi Heritage Park and 7 tombs stand as a proof of architectural brilliance and cultural richness of Qutb Shahi dynasty. Our government will preserve and protect the cultural and heritage of Telangana and proudly place it in the world map. Telangana is proud home for World Heritage Site Ramappa Temple, recognized by UNESCO. Starting with the MOU in 2013, the conservation of more than 100 monuments spread over 106 acres represents the largest ever conservation effort undertaken in India. On behalf of my government and people of Hyderabad, I place on record our appreciation and gratitude for generous contribution of Aga Khan Trust for Culture. I thank Prince Rahim Aga Khan for traveling to be part of this occasion and all distinguished guests present. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Chief Minister. Very grateful for your presence. One of the objectives of us at the Aga Khan Trust for Culture doing some of this work is to create models, and as such, on a new website dedicated to this project, the learnings from the last 12, 13 years of working here will be shared for access to a worldwide audience. May I now request Director, Department of Heritage, Government of Telangana to kindly give the vote of